Hello everyone, this is the Archfiend, and welcome to a very special edition of Longbox Tetris. Now you might notice that things look a little bit different tonight, and that is because tonight I'm not going to be sitting in front of a camera talking to you guys. I mean, you guys have seen that 100 times in my videos, actually more like 200 times in my videos, so I'm going to be making this more centric to the fans here in that you guys are going to be basically given all the visual here. What I mean by that is, over on my website, theawesomearchfiend.com, I have a section for fan art. You guys have more than submitted the amount of fan art that I ever expected to get submitted to me. So you guys are going to be providing all the visual here tonight because I'm going to be displaying your fan art throughout this entire video. And you guys can talk about which one's your favorite, or if you want to comment specifically on each piece of art, I do have a section set up on my website where you can view the fan art and thank the people who made them or do whatever the hell you want to. I'm going to put the links in the video description to go to my website or to the specific fan art section. So feel free to thank anyone that you liked here, and I mean, specifically I like to thank people like Wiffle Boy, Thena, Rodri Superstud 69, and above all else, Harry. Harry is from Austria, and this kid, not only does he make it to Ask the Archfiend, and God knows what time it is in Western Europe or Eastern Europe, or I guess that's kind of Central Europe. I don't know, Harry, you can correct me on that. It's probably like 4 in the morning when Ask the Archfiend starts, and he still makes it to that. And I mean, people in America complain that I start that show too late, and guys like Harry make it to Ask the Archfiend. But anyways, Harry has been making some fantastic fan art for me recently. He made the one that you see in my background right now on my YouTube channel, the Douchebusters one, and he made the one where I'm Uncle Sam, the one that got featured on my YouTube channel where it's saying, not to be a douchebag. And he made the one with IGSRJ, where he showed us all what IGSRJ looks like, and you see his face. It looks just like the guy from V for Vendetta, which is kind of like what IGSRJ looks like in real life, which is pretty surprising for a lot of people to find out. Excuse me while I drink water. And anyways, tonight, what I'm going to do also to change up the show is I'm just going to go back to the video of last Friday's Ask the Archfiend, and I'm simply going to answer questions that I did not answer during that show. So it's going to give a second chance to a lot of you guys to get a question answered from me, and I always feel kind of bad when someone submits a lot of questions and I don't read a single one of them. And it's for no rhyme or reason, it's just how it shakes out in the end of things, but someone always comments to me, man, I typed out 15 questions, you didn't read a single one of them, and I'm not targeting anyone specifically when I read the questions. I mean, it's just totally random, and sometimes shit happens, so hopefully some of you guys that didn't get a question answered last Friday get it answered here. So let's cut the chit chat and get to it, and thanks again for all the artwork, guys, and if you guys want to submit more, feel free to do so. I'm going to feature your artwork in future videos here as well, so thanks again, guys, and on with the show here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and I'll say the names of the people here too. Alright, Christina, the owner of Bob, wants to know, if I could have anything in the world, what would it be? It's a very good question, Christina, and I think we all know the answer to that, and I kind of like spoil the answer, and that would be Bob. I really do. I want Bob here. I want him like with cooked on a platter with parsley and like sliced lemons on top of him, and just cooked to a crisp golden brown. Oh my goodness, that's what I would want in this world more than anything else. But seriously, what I would want, it wouldn't. Boy, that is really a question. I was kind of just pausing for time talking about Bob, thinking of a legitimate answer. I mean. What is to really want? I mean, it's kind of lame and shallow if I said, oh, I'd want a 100-inch LCD TV with 1080p. I would just want a house at a beach somewhere with no one the hell around it. Just at a gorgeous beach with very few bugs, sparkling blue water, and the closest neighbor is at least 2 to 3 miles away. That's what I would want. Because I would just chill the hell out there and shag the hell out of someone on the beach every single night. Anyways. Okay, straight up legit, and I should never be answering any questions. Actually, you know what? I won't answer any questions from him because you know what? He had rude comments last time, and I answered too many questions. I should be answering questions from people that didn't ask questions. Okay. Kung Fu Luigi would like to know, what is the worst movie you have ever seen? The worst movie I'd ever seen. I would say one of the movies that is up there because it is unique in that it did something to me that I'd never done before. The National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation is literally the only movie that I've ever watched that I fell asleep during. Like, I literally was watching it and I fell the hell asleep. It was as close to, I would say, maybe a 1 or a 2 value that you could get out of a movie, out of a 10 scale. That movie was just bad, and it's just so a shame what has happened with Chevy Chase's career because, my God, he had made so many classic gems back in the day. I mean, movies like Caddyshack and Fletch, like, what the hell happened to the actor that was in those movies? Because you know what? He dropped off the face of the earth for like the past 15 years. Least favorite band, any boy band from the mid to late 90s. They all suck. And that was Samster the Hamster that asked me that. Sorry. And I apologize if I keep forgetting to say the names of people. Agza wants to know, what is my password? My voice is my passport. Verify me. And if anyone knows what movie that's from, I'll give you props. Not much more than that. G3 Red Knight wants to know, what is my hobby? My hobby is probably more physical fitness more than anything else, because I mean, I probably devote more time to jogging each week than I do watching like TV. And yeah, that's probably physical fitness is probably something that other than working a job, well, actually, I don't work a job. I want to keep that front up. I don't want to put. I'll have to edit that out in post. Anyways, yeah, physical fitness and just fitness activities pretty much take up the core chunk of my time. So that is my hobby. I consider it a hobby because I like doing it. It's something I've done for years, and I mean, yeah, that's my favorite hobby. And I mean, yeah, there's other shit too, like like collecting DVDs and movies and shit like that. But that's lame. That's artificial entertainment. Anyways, the real deal wants to know: do you think my avatar is sexy? If so, would you do her? Which yeah, it's kind of pointless reading that since you guys can't see it, and neither can I really on the YouTube video, and I can't click it obviously to see the full version of it. But yeah. So, sorry, Real Deal, I can't really answer that question for you. Alright. And Jasper wants to know, do negative people make you feel like crap after being around them for an hour? No, not really. If I'm around a negative person, I'll try to like rationally talk to them and say like, why are you so negative? Why are you like this? And if they go on for more than an hour, I'll be like, well, talking to them obviously isn't going to change anything, so I'm just going to move on in my mind to something else. So feel free to talk as negative as you want, because yeah. Hold on while I get a drink of water here, people. That was very professional to do that on mic. Okay. HDB wants to know, what is my favorite movie? I've answered that before, and I told you that I have what I feel are favorite movies and movies that I think are like the better movies or the best movies. Like stuff like Schindler's List and Goodfellas. Those are like epic, good, fantastic movies. But stuff like The Breakfast Club and Ferris Bueller's Day Off are movies that I've watched like, 50 times and memorized the dialogue and watched them with friends and have fond memories of. So, technically, like, a favorite movie can be seen as a great movie or just a movie that wasn't really a theatrical masterpiece, but you really loved watching. So, um, yeah, I really didn't answer your question. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm really sorry. Okay, Harry says, "Did you ever beat a retard?" Oh, Harry, you're showing your age on that one there, buddy. No, I never beat a retard, but I got punched by a retard when I was I should say mentally challenged to be politically correct here. I got punched by a mentally challenged kid when I was like about 6 years old. I used to have to go to Will's Eye Hospital in Philadelphia when they were trying to make my eye work again, which is watch the 5 facts about archery video if you don't know about that. Um, and they had like a little playroom there in Will's Eye Hospital, and like a kid just like came up and he was like mentally challenged, and he like punched me and like knocked my glasses off. I was like, what the hell is this asshole's problem? Like my mom had to pull me away because she knew like the kid was like mentally challenged, and I was like, damn, the hell's his deal? I don't know. They should have kept him in a cage or something, but that would be seen as cruel, so I shouldn't have said that. All right, next question. Cheese Grommy wants to know, do I got the brain dogs? No, but Frank Rowe does, and Frank Rowe has an endless supply of them. And hopefully I don't ask or answer a question that already was asked. I'm going to try and remember which ones. What is the worst Final Fantasy in my opinion? Well, this is where like Christina and I are going to disagree, because I think Final Fantasy VIII was the worst one in my opinion. Granted, you're talking to someone who hasn't played all of them, so that's kind of just like, hypothetical at this point. But out of the ones I've played, 8 to date is the only one. I would say I liked X2 better than 8. Oh, I said it. I said it. Do you hear me, Christine? I said it. Anyways, Final Fantasy 8 out of the ones that I've played, yeah. Anyways, Las Vegas or Atlantic City? like that seriously needs to be asked. Las Vegas is better in 6,000 more ways. I don't know why I defaulted to 6,000. That's really an arbitrary number. It's better in 6,000 more ways than Atlantic City is. I mean, Atlantic City is just bleh. There's not really any comparison as far as shows go, as far as just total entertainment. I mean, there's like roller coasters. There's like top-notch roller coasters in Las Vegas. So yeah, and I've been to both, by the way, so I can form an actual opinion from being to both places. And that was asked by King. Alright, Mario Kev wants to know, does Super Mario Bros. 2 suck? Yes, it does, and that is one of the few things that IGSRJ and I agree on. But, oh wait, that's Super Mario Bros. 3. Super Mario Bros. 2 is actually good. Damn it. Now all the game geeks are going to attack me for getting that wrong. Oh well, suck my ass. Alright, LOL2 Retards wants to know, who would you have, and it's spelled half, H-A-L-F, who would you have sex with, Matt Damon or Amy Winehouse? Well, since I'm not a homosexual, and even though Matt Damon is extremely gorgeous, even though I'm not a homosexual, I would still go with Amy Winehouse. She still has a lot of money. I might be able to get, like, her to buy me a nice car or something out of the deal, so that'd be pretty sweet. And, yeah, let's go on to more questions here. And, yeah, that was LOL2 Retards. If I didn't say that, yeah, that's who asked the question. Okay. Do you want Jesus' beard? Kung Fu Luigi has asked me that. No, it was actually a very spectacular beard that he is depicted with. I'll admit that is a fantastic beard. I wish I could grow one that looks as good as that, but I can't. So I'll just pray hard that I can one day have a beard like Jesus, and then I'll die and like I'll go up to heaven, and Jesus will be like, "Whoa, my twin brother just showed up," and I'll be like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going?" And then we'll go like fishing together or something. It'll be pretty cool. So, next question. When will... Oh, I already read that question on Friday. I remember that. Rodri Superstud69 wants to know, who do you like better? Me, Frankro13, or Mario Kev? Yeah, I would probably say Rodri. no offense, but Rodri submits significantly better fan art, and also Rodri is a moderator in my chat room here, so he has more responsibility. So I have to treat him like a more responsible adult here. So, yeah, Rodri, I like you. I like you the best out of all three of you guys. So, Franco and Mario, you can go cut yourself now. And next question, Glitzfox, favorite canine. My favorite type of dog is probably Boston Terrier. My own dog was a half Boston Terrier, so yeah. Harry wants to know, what is the worst Super Mario Brothers game besides Super Mario Brothers 3? That's a good question. I really didn't like that Paper Mario, but if the Deft Gamers listen to this, he's gonna hate this, but Super Mario RPG was probably one of the most disappointing games. It is by far no means a horrible game. Okay? Alright, fanboys? Calm down. Stop right there. It's not a horrible game. But that game disappointed the hell out of me. I was expecting so much more out of that. I even downloaded it on the virtual console for my Wii, and I started playing it, and I tried a few times to get into it, but it just was not there. For the hype that I hear it get, Super Mario RPG does not live up. And I know it's a Square manufactured game, and I love that era of Final Fantasy games that were coming out for it and all, but wow, total letdown that game was. So I consider that I would consider that worse than Super Mario Brothers 3. How about that, Harry? How about that? You pulled out a king on me and I busted out an ace, Harry. How do you like them apples? So yeah, Super Mario RPG. It's just so disappointed. So disappointed. Okay, Mario Kev wants to know Target or Target. What, is that where you work? Is that a question you're trying to tell me, where you work, Mario Kev? By the way, Mario Kev works at Target. Stop by and he'll hook you up with something. I don't know if he will, but yeah. Samster the Hamster wants to know PSP Bright or DSL? Or DSi? It's kind of, it is DSi. Yeah, I'm a noob. I don't have either one of them. So, yeah, none of the above. Alright, Christina, the owner of Bob Again, wants to know, where do we want to go on our honeymoon? I want to go to the place where I just answered your previous question with the beach with no one else around, and the house that has, no one nearby within a few miles of us. So that's where we're going on our honeymoon, Christina. And Bob is, of course, invited. He's the only one besides us that are invited to come to that house. Degeneration X or the Hardy Boys? I'm going with the Hardy Boys. I don't really like Degeneration X. I feel it brings both those wrestlers down. Triple H and Shawn Michaels are so much better on their own. They don't need to be in a group. They don't need to be in a tag team. They don't need, another valet walking down to the ring with them. So that's why they dumped Chyna on her ass, because she's bringing Triple H down. And yeah, I'm going with the Hardy Boys. They're way better as a together group than Degeneration X. And you really shouldn't have two main eventers as a tag team group anyway, even though technically Jeff Hardy's a main eventer now, but I'm gonna scare off half the people that don't follow all this inside talk about WWE wrestling right now, so I'll just shut up. Red Knight wants to know, what is my favorite cola? No, you should know better than to ask that. I drink nothing other than water. There is literally maybe 3 times a year that I consume something that is not water. And no, it's not cum. Perverts. Anyways, where does IGSRJ live? Oh, I answered that. I said that he lives under a rock, which I told you guys last Friday. What is the second worst video game you have ever played? Obviously, the worst video game I ever played, I told you guys, was the Alex the Kid in High Tech World. Oh boy, second worst video game is Turrican for the Sega Genesis. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. Alex the Kid Alex the Kid in High Tech World, and yes, I am still saying Alex the Kid, even though the title is Alex Kidd. Okay? No one correct me on that. Alex the Kid in High Tech World is a boring ass, no fun game. Turrican is an impossible game for the Sega Genesis. Yes, there's good versions of Turrican, but that Turrican for not the Sega Genesis. You had a Sega Genesis. What am I saying? I'm sorry, people. I had a Master System and a Sega Genesis. Turrican for Sega Genesis was abominable. It has the worst music in it. The sound effects suck. The weapons suck. The little guy sucks. And the game was always like under $20, which tells you how good that game is. So yeah, that's the second worst game ever made. And yeah, I guess we're going on pretty long here. So let's just wrap this up with one more question here, and then we'll call it a night here. So let's find a good one here. I should really try and find something that's worthy of ending this show on here. Alright, okay, who gets the honor of getting the last question answered here? Let's see, I'm looking for a good one, so in the meantime, just watch like some paint dry on a wall or something until I find a good question here. Okay, Kung Fu Luigi will get the final question of the night, because he wants to know what my favorite Angry Video Game Nerd review was. And I may have answered this before, I may have said it, but it's worth repeating. That goddamn Power Glove. That review of the Power Glove was so dead on. I don't know how many of you out there owned a Power Glove or had the unique privilege to try and use that piece of shit. It is something that should never have been created, and when it got created, they should have said, wow, this does not work. There's no way we can release this to the mass public. But no, someone at Nintendo thought it was a great idea to still do so, or whatever the hell company made it. Yeah, it was barely functional. Barely functional. It was good for no game. Like it was basically worthless to play with. Now I'm upset. Now I gotta go cry. Yeah, this concludes this version of the special edition of Longbox Tetris. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the artwork here as I narrated this epic slideshow here for you. And like I said, feel free to stop by theawesomearchfiend.com, and I got the links in the video description if you want to check out the artwork up close and personal and masturbate to it, which, is kind of creepy, so don't do that, but you can if you want. Anyways, people, have a fantastic night, a better tomorrow, and always remember to floss your top teeth before the bottom. Have a great night, everyone.